again. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 30th. Fuck. April Fool's is coming up. April Fool's. Okay. Oh, yes, check before copyright infringement goes. No copyright. Copyright, hurry up. Check. Yeah. Woo. Okay. No.
Online to Chipotle app or Chipotle.com.
Oh, what's going on here?
Imagine Dragons. The Mercury World Tour continues. Live in the Bay Area. Shoreline Amphitheater, September 8th. With special guests, Macklemore and Kings Elliott. Verizon Up First Access gives members exclusive access to the pre-sale now through Thursday, March 31st at 10 p.m. before the general public. On sale Friday, April 1st at 10 a.m. at livenation.com.
Oh, I should test myself too. I should test myself.
October 9th, Shoreline Amphitheater.
Was a best man at a wedding, right? And he ended up like stealing the bride.
Night, like he's like,
not,
all right.
Not that night. So here's the backstory. Basically, back in high school, he became friends with this girl, and he like always had a thing for her, right? But she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He ended up becoming besties with the boyfriend, and was even the best man at their wedding. So the girl, the woman, she's always kind of been off limits. You know,
Yeah.
She's now best friends with the husband. But at the wedding, he got super drunk, and during his speech, just like confessed his love for her.
That's not what you're saying. Hey, buddy, that's not what you're supposed to be doing in your speech,
And
guy.
then within the next year, the marriage ended up falling apart, and the bride got with the best man. They lived happily ever after. Now they got kids, and they're a couple. Graham, if your best man, though, confessed in front of everyone,
Yeah.
all your family, all your friends, your wife's family, like, if he just confessed that he was in love with your wife, your new wife, would you continue to be friends with him?
Well, Selena, my best man was my brother, and if he said that at my wedding, we would still be family members.
We'd still be brothers. Okay, fine, yeah.
Still gonna be brothers, and we would still. That would be a tough one for me to get over. I'll be honest. I can hold a mean grudge. It's not something I'm proud of, but I mean, how are you supposed to handle that? Him? Like, that would be the.
I know.
I'm sure that scenario has happened in
But
the
it's
course of
like,
human history, and that's a tough one.
it's like, could you really fault the guy for falling in love with your girl, though? It's not like he ever acted on it. Your girl is just
as
that
far
awesome.
as I know.
He hasn't.
Okay, well, it's one thing to fall in love with the person, but it's another thing to announce it at my wedding.
Right, that, you shouldn't have done that. But he was like super drunk. He was hella drunk.
You need to have announced that prior to the wedding. If this is a feeling you can't shake, before the wedding, do the right thing.
What about at the wedding like, ceremony when they say, does anyone object? Yeah. And he says, I do. I've loved Kate since high school when I first laid eyes on her, that juicy booty.
You're getting punched. Somebody's getting punched, and then the wedding. No, I'm just kidding.
Alice at 97.3, Sarah and Vinny, Alice's morning show. Top 10. This hour's code word for your tickets to see Imagine Dragon at Shoreline on September 8th is BIRDS. BIRDS. Text BIRDS to 20357 right now. You've got a chance at Imagine Dragons tickets.
So I teased you with this headline because it is one of those things that it's a big story. We all ignore it though, and I think it's because we all feel helpless, and it's just the way it is. But I think it's worth mentioning real fast. The biggest fraud in a generation. It's the looting of the COVID relief program known as PPP. So billions of dollars from our government was put into motion in order to help us get through the pandemic.
To
for a
save
bunch of different
businesses,
reasons.
yes.
Right. Well, there's also, in order to get the medicine to the people who need it, the shots, all the stuff. There's the government funding everything, right? But this in particular is about money that was put out by our government to save people from going under. these small businesses that were in a spot where they have to pay their employees and they don't have the money coming in, and now and so in an effort to get the money to the people, the government made it extremely easy.
Yep.
And people, the fraudsters, the criminals, I mean, that's it too. This is like, oh, well, they're fraud. They're criminals. They're thieves. And they jump into this mix, and it turns out unfortunately, we don't have time to do this whole breakdown of it, but I saw the story on the news, and they were talking about how there's no checks, and it was online, and it was the easiest thing in the world to just make up some stuff.
Yep.
And get money sent to you. And the people who were doing it were in communication with other people doing it, going, this works, like they were working there.
Right. Here's what I did, and it totally worked.
And they even
try
say
this.
There was an address in San Francisco that was used 80-something times.
Oh, shit.
And there was no checks in place to say, okay, all of these people can't be operating businesses out of the same spot. That's not possible.
It's a very tall building.
And then now you see that as the government is trying to go out and get this money back, they're finding all these people who bought luxury automobiles, and they had so much money coming in, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They're on vacations. I mean, as much vacation as you can get during the pandemic, but there's a picture right now of as I'm scrolling the story, of a Ferrari being repoed because it's not theirs. They stole that money.
Right. And they stole it from businesses that could have actually used the money.
Used it, right? And also now, and from us. This is taxpayer money that these people stole. So I don't know if this is, I guess I'm not trying to get you riled up, but you should be mad as you hear these stories about all of the people who jumped in and basically looted the COVID relief program.
Well, I was already mad about some of the bigger businesses that took money, the ones that weren't going to go under.
Right.
Tom Brady took $1 million to pay his employees. Dude's worth $1 kajillion.
Oh, I didn't know he was in on that.
Shake Shack was one of them. Like, they were just, I don't know, these huge companies that they weren't gonna die. That was supposed to be for people who needed, to pay their rent, pay their insurance, pay their employees while they could not do business.
Right. So criminals have stolen here the number, and this is from another story. Criminals have stolen $100 billion in COVID relief funds.
Oh my God. $100 billion.
Billion with a B, and that is your money. And they were able to do it easily, again, because the government made it easy so that people who were in a situation where they were going under could get the money quickly. But of course, immediately crooks go, hey, check this out. All I had to do was fill out this thing online and make up
answer
some
3
phony
questions.
addresses.
Right. It was.
Now I'm rich. So our government is currently trying to get the money back. They say they've recovered about $400 million, specifically from PayPal and Red Dot. I'm assuming that's where the money was sent to, people's PayPal accounts. But
So
they're
4% of it's back. Hooray.
it's awful.
Shake Shack returned $10 million.
Of the 20 million they took.
Oh, was it 20?
Something like that.
Well, and they were guilted into that, right?
They were, because the optics on that were horrible. You're a huge company.
As soon as they were exposed, they went, oh, we're giving some of that back. Okay.
It was easy to get, though.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The story goes on to say, and this was on the TV news as well, it was a piece of cake. No problem to steal the money. So I guess plenty of people feel like, well, if I can get over, it's their job to stop me.
Right. Why wouldn't I?
Right.
System, man.
How about a fast fact?
I love fast facts.
Fast fact. TRON, the movie TRON, the
Yes.
original,
Yeah.
which went on to become a video game, and it had its moment in the 80s. TRON wasn't nominated for the Oscar for visual effects in 1982 because the Academy felt the producers cheated by using computers.
No fucking way, dude.
That's funny. Because that was when it all really started, huh?
I guess so.
And now
You cheated because you
literally
used a computer.
everything is shot on a green screen, and they put
Right.
in whatever amazing backdrop they want.
The Who
Yes.
has never had a #1 hit in America. The best they've ever done on the Billboard charts was 9th with their song I Can See for Miles.
That's the one, huh?
That's the one. You know what's weird? The Who and Queen, both bands that I now love,
Yes.
love, whatever. When I was a kid, I thought they were both kind of novelty acts, and not because there weren't good songs with The Who, or even good songs, but because of their songs, the rock opera Tommy,
Yeah, sure.
and because of, you know, Fat Bottom Girls, and I Want to Ride My Bicycle, I just thought, these guys are almost comedy acts, right? What are these guys? I just didn't pay them any attention.
They're amazing. That's funny. Yeah,
Oh,
I like
they're
those.
almost not quite a #1 hit.
They have so many great songs, though. I'm
They do.
actually, of all of them, this one wouldn't have even occurred to me. And this was their biggest hit in America.
Well, what's the one? Is it Bob O'Reilly?
Could be Teenage Wasteland. I love Bargain. You know, I call that a bargain. The best I ever had. The best I ever had. I wasn't done. Sorry. I just,
Sorry, my bad. I didn't know you were going to take us home. Finish that.
No, I just did.
right.
It's all
I
done.
ruined it.
You did.
September 12th is a holiday in Russia called the Day of Conception. That's where people get the day off to go home and do it. September 12th.
What's 9 months later? Is 9 months later like June or July?
I believe it's your job to say things like that. You figure that out.
I'm going to say it's
I
June or
have to
July.
count my fingers.
So I'm wondering if most Russians have a June 10th birthday. What did you say the date is? September 12th?
September 12th.
Yeah, it's a June 12th birthday.
So if you have
All right.
if you have a June 12th birthday, then Russia's like, you're a good citizen.
You're part of the
You are
Day
part
of Conception.
Day of Conception.
Look at America.
America,
We're
what
so
do we do
cultured.
now?
Americans make 900 million visits to museums every year. That's more than our visits to major sporting events and amusement parks combined.
Oh.
900 million visits to
How many
museums.
museums
every
would you
year.
say you went to last year? Well, actually, last year's not a good example of
Yeah,
that.
I would say 0.
Yeah. You know, I consider things like the Cal Academy to be a museum
Oh, absolutely.
way, right? Like, to me, that's, you know, a place of culture. It's a cultural center. Because we used to go to that constantly.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I mean, I think that's cool. You guys just went to, you have to call the Picasso.
I don't know. Do you think that qualifies as a museum?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I would qualify that. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Fine.
I went to
I mean, it's a.
the MoMA for the Frida Kahlo.
Oh,
exhibit.
yeah.
So that was artwork as well. So that's why I
Of course.
consider the Magic Picasso.
Yeah, that's absolutely. You guys, you are
Fantastic.
part of that.
We are part of it.
Even during the pandemic. Oh, I meant to mention this from the start, by the way. So I've been a little hay feverish
Okay.
or whatever. You know, you get a little
Sure,
sniffle or a little sneeze, and then you start going, uh-oh.
Eyes are itchy.
Friday night. What was I thinking? Now I've got COVID again. So I took a COVID test this morning, and I was negative. But I want to mention to those of you out there who may be having that, the pollen counts are high right now. So if you're feeling a little sniffly or sneezy, it's highly likely it's just spring hay fever. So there you go, in case you also have it. Yeah, that.
God, it's annoying. You get one of those just jags of sneezing going on. The other day, I'm out on a walk, and I stick my nose in some random flower. You know, it's just on one of the streets I'm on. and I sniff and I pollinate, and I feel like I've got all the pollen. I could not stop sneezing. My eyes, there was like tears running down my face as I'm like walking along, just trying to get home to bury my face in a bunch of tissue. I'm like, oh God, this is awful. I don't know what it was. I did it to myself. I stuck my nose in a random flower and I got a disease.
Or you, right. You got a disease. Okay.
Didn't put my nose condom on.
This show's never dramatic at all, right?
Never.
Facts.
I smelled a flower and I got a disease. Okay, well, there you go. So, in Mexico,
Yes.
the current administration is trying to figure out what to do with the $200 million luxury plane the last administration bought.
Oh. Sell it to
And they-
Jay-Z. He probably needs a new plane.
Well, they've tried to sell it and no one's buying. So they're really actually stuck. They say this is the previous Mexican president splurged on a jet. It's become a huge expense, not only what they spent on it, but to keep the thing up and
Yeah,
running.
you gotta maintain it. And
The current administration wants no part of it and has been trying to sell it for years, and there haven't been any takers. So this week, the president announced, in order to cover its upkeep, they're going to make it available for rent.
oh.
So people who are having weddings, parties, elaborate quinceañeras for
Oh.
girls who,
yeah, the
it's a
15-year-old
coming of age,
celebration.
I believe 15.
It's like our Sweet 16, but it's,
All right.
you're a woman now.
Anyway, they're saying here now that they hope to be able to rent that out in order to cover its costs.
Well, even if they leave it on the ground, that might be a cool place to have a wedding if you're really into the last administration or something. I don't know. Like, good luck to them. It's a huge plane. I mean, what is it, like a 737 or something? That's not like a private jet. That's a really big-ass plane.
yeah,
When
it doesn't say.
Is there no, oh my God, that thing is huge.
It's big, and it's $200 million.
Yeah, that's, I wonder why they can't just give it to an airline so that they don't have to pay for the upkeep anymore. Like,
I don't know. You have to think that. I don't know what planes cost, but I know that we say a number like 200 million, and it doesn't even sound that high anymore.
well, I mean, look, Elon Musk can buy that. What has he got, 200 billion? That's
Yeah.
nothing. That's free. It's a free jet. Come and take it, Elon.
That's free.
Help the people of Mexico.
Ay. One last one for you.
Okay.
Over the past 5 years, cryptocurrencies have gone from, what is that now? To, let me get in on that.
Oh my God.
And
Had a
it's
nice
not-
little bounce back this week, didn't we, Finn?
We did, as a matter of fact. In fact, my friend Jason, who was like, "You got to get in on this, bro," he texted me and he goes, "Thank God that money's coming back." And I've been texting Christina and going, "Hey, we're only down," and then I give the number, and it's not the end of my life number, but we've
It's a
been down
long-term thing. It's
Oh,
a long-term
a
thing.
lot
By
in
half
what we
at
invested.
one
Yeah,
point.
so.
Yeah.
Long-term.
It has been coming back, and it looks like a lot of people have been experiencing that as well because a bunch of people got in on crypto.
Yeah.
It's a
In a new
long-term.
poll, 17% of all Americans say they've invested in some form of crypto.
Wow.
That's a lot.
17%?
I think that's a lot.
It's a huge number. I still think of it as being somewhat fringy.
Well, it's not as fringy as you think. 68% say they're familiar with crypto and haven't invested yet, but that would lead you to believe it's something they're considering.
Right?
If you're considering it, you want to get it low. Just for the record.
Just wait a couple weeks because, man, John was saying, because I was bitching about it a couple weeks ago when Bitcoin was at like 29,000. I'm like,
What is it, 29?
I don't know. It went way down. It was really low. And listen, I bought my first tenth of a share at $61,000. Stupid share. Such an idiot, right? So I shell out my money, and that goes away. And then John goes, you should buy more. You should buy more right now. It's really low. I'm like, I'm not putting another dime in that.
Oh boy.
Sure
And then
enough.
you did.
No,
Oh, you
I
didn't?
didn't.
Oh.
So now I still am way down from my original number, but closer. I'm gonna I'll text Christina and tell her what we're down. Damn it. Stupid dumb.
The age group that's the most into crypto is 35 to 44-year-olds.
Oh.
More than a third of that age group is in on crypto.
Wow.
Like
Well,
that's
friends
the
wanna
new
drag me into it.
401k, I guess.
You made me.
It's looking like.
Don't do that. Don't make that your 401k. That is way too volatile. And there are so many cryptocurrencies now. Like zillions of them.
I know that I keep hearing that and thinking, nope, I can't go any deeper. I'm in as deep as I'm willing to go.
What's the one Chris Kelly likes?
ETH? Ethereum.
Oh yeah, Ethereum. That's the one.
Yeah, I got that one. You didn't get that one?
I got that one.
Oh, okay.
I own one of those. I got 1/10 of a Bitcoin. And the rest is like, one's called My Neighbor Alice. I'm like, well, Alice is right in the name.
Oh, that was an emotional purchase. You had to do it, right?
was. Yeah, I got a few of those. Yeah.
Even if you aren't on board yet, over half of Americans believe crypto is the future of finance.
Hang out. We'll be right back to wrap up our show after this.
Imagine this. Imagine driving